All right, here's the score. These commentaries of mine normally attract perhaps 1,000 or 2,000 views a week. Hard to say between YouTube and Facebook. But last week, categorically, 100,000 views. Now, I'd like to take credit for it, but I can't. I'm just a delivery mechanism. It's all about Donald Trump and the fixation all of us have with this parade, this daily parade of political burlesque. There are more important or equally important issues, as I'll show at the end of this commentary, but we absolutely are obsessed with Donald Trump. And how can it be otherwise? He goes off to Black History Month and makes fatuous comments about Martin Luther King Jr.'s bust in his office. And then he reads the notes in front of him, and it's clear that he knows nothing of the people whom he's invoking. There's never been a case, I don't think, when American history has invited such an illiterate American president. And then, of course, there was the prayer breakfast where he made adolescent jokes about Arnold Schwarzenegger and, by the way, bestowed upon the churches a political power they have never had for the last many, many years. And then, on top of that, comes his telephone conversation with the Prime Minister of Australia, a relatively small country, where he berates the Prime Minister as though he were some schoolyard bully. And throughout all of this, we have the confirmation hearings of his cabinet. I mean, did you watch those confirmation hearings? Did you hear what they had to say? Have you ever seen such a collection of remarkably wealthy nincompoops gathered in one place to oversee the government of a country? I must say that I'm given to hyperbole, and I admit it, but I've never found any hyperbole commensurate with the absurdity. And what's so ominous about it all is behind the scenes, there looms the presence of Stephen Bannon, the chief strategist, who is the puppeteer while Donald Trump is the puppet. Stephen Bannon, who is an open racist and, frankly, a crypto-fascist. And that is the mind behind what's happening. You know, last week, just as a juxtaposition, UNICEF indicated that 48 million children were on the precipice. They desperately need help to counter war, to counter malnutrition, to counter disease. Many of them are Muslim. Many of them come from the 7 countries that Donald Trump has ostracized. And they need more than $3 billion in order to survive through 2017. Last year, with a similar emergency appeal, the United States gave $407 million. But given the suggestion of ominous cuts in foreign aid, who knows what will happen this year? How did this happen to the world? How do we develop a core of resistance to end this political farce? That was last week. I'm Stephen Lewis.